Hi everyone, my name's Pam. This is my vlog, Sweet Pea Green. Welcome back. If you are a subscriber, and very warm welcome to my little flurry of new subscribers. I think I'm on them 526 now, so that's fantastic. Thank you for joining me. It's that time of the week again. It's generally Friday evening when I sit down in front of the camera and show you what I have made and the plans for the coming week or so. Excuse the traffic outside, it's very warm, so I've got the windows open. First things first, what am I wearing? I am wearing a very old True Bias Roscoe blouse. I made it to my measurements and it's quite large, so I would definitely size it down if I made it again, which I will do one day. So yes, what have I finished? I have finished the Montavilla dress, the House 7 Montavilla dress in the latest Think Pink, Beyond the Pink Door, Think Pink box fabric. So it was, if you remember, it was the Galaxy. I got the blue colourway. I made the long version, which I traced out the long version and then shortened it by 10 centimetres. I may have been better tracing the shorter version and lengthening it, because when I've shortened the version, the markings on the side moved, and in respect of both the pocket and the split disappeared. So I kind of had to fudge that a little bit to make that work. So yes, I may well trace it out again and do the short version and lengthen that. I mean, it worked. It looks okay. I'll put some pictures in. But yeah, I'll try the short version as well, just to see where that lands, because I'm quite short. Well, not yes, I'm short-ish. I am 5'5", so yes, well, good. Just see how the short version works. So yes, long version. So I've basically used pretty much all of the box fabric. I've only got, some scraps left. I have made it before. Last year I made the top, and I did make it to my measurements, but it was just a little bit tight across the chest. So this time I sized up, and I did have to grade between two sizes. So yeah, I could probably, having seen it on now, I could probably have just gone straight down, because there is quite a lot of ease in the hips and the waist. So yeah, I wouldn't wear it without the tie. Whereas had I gone straight down the one size, I would be happier. Happier than I would be now in wearing it without the belt, but it definitely needs the belt. I think I've come to the conclusion that with dresses, I need something at my waist to break me up, which I think why the Lynn Kaftan looked like a dressing gown, because it was an addition to the dress, whereas now with the casing and the threaded belt through it, it does look more like a waistline. So I mean, that's only taken me 45 years to work out. Although that said, our bodies change over the course of our lifetime. I used to be able to wear dresses without a waist, not a problem. So yes, going forward, I think I've got to keep that in my head. So as with also House 7 patterns, the instructions, yeah, they're amazing. I like this little detail here. Underneath the arm, that elastic just hugs underneath the arm. Nice little frill. I know that Judi's made this. I do feel that Judi did a smaller hem on the sleeve, so maybe I didn't follow the instructions correctly. So yes, I did use I'll cover it up because it's a sweary label from Kylie in the Machine. I did not mess it up, which I didn't really. I'm quite happy with it. And I am glad. I mean, I don't know myself really, because again, this is last month's box fabric made up before the next box arrives, which I've had my email. It's due on Monday, so there will be another vlog coming out very soon. So yes, that is my very nice. I think the fabric as well seems to have changed. Whereas it was, Andrea called it the Galaxy fabric, but then when it was on the line, you could see a flower to it. But now it's made up, it's more tie-dye. So I do find that interesting how fabrics change from being just yardage to being a garment made up. But yeah, it's really interesting how our perceptions work. So yes, that is my Montilla dress. So the next thing on my list was the copy of Julie Sews Her Own Clothes, the Ploen Patterns Tyra culottes, and Julie had made the Bonny top, so it looked like a faux jumpsuit. I decided I've got enough Bonny shirts. Well, I haven't got enough. Can you have enough Bonny shirts? Probably not. However, I decided that I'd bought the Ashton top, but then I'd also got the Stylar Bonny top. So I figured that I would twirl those all up and decide which variation of top I wanted to use going forward. So the first one was the Ashton top, which I think we have all seen the Ashton top. So I have made the longer version. I think the short version is just a tad too short for me. So I made this in some deep stash yellow gingham. I think I might well have bought that for my daughter when she was about 3 or 4, which is 20 years ago. So yes, it's been in there a while. There was only a little over a metre, so I thought I'd use that, and it's an amazing little top. It's plenty V's. I should have graded between 2 sizes, smaller at the bust, grading out. But looking at the finish measurements and the ease, I decided just to make a straight size following my bust measurement. And yeah, it seemed to have worked. Again, pictures will be around and about. Super quick make, bearing in mind I am not a quick sewer. Had I not been on, doom scrolling on Instagram and such, it would have easily been made in the morning or an afternoon, and that's me being a slow sewer. It did take me a little bit longer. I haven't put a label in this because it's a toile And I wish I had done, because it's definitely going, it's a wearable toile. So it will be in the wardrobe and it will be worn. But yeah, I made the facing version. There are two versions, the bias binding, just bias binding around the neck and the armholes, or the facing, and I much prefer a facing. I tend, sometimes with a bias binding, I can tend to stretch it out a little bit. So yeah, I'd rather go with a facing. And the hem facing, I do like a hem facing as well. I've come to realise it just gives such a neat finish on the inside, and also adds a little bit of weight, so it hangs a little bit better. So yes, that was very, very nice. Now then, I haven't got the well, I have, but they're in my bag to go to the Cone Exchange, because they are not a wearable toile. I made the trousers, the culottes, Tyra culottes, and the Starlight Bonny. So let's have a look. The Tyra culottes, the shorter version there, and Starlight Bonny, and it was this version that I made. I did pretty much make the culottes as the pattern's going to be, with the pockets and everything, just to check. And yeah, really happy with those, but not in the fabric. So yeah, they're going to get recycled. The Bonny top, that had got facings as well, and I did get to the point, I did the neck facing, and then so was able to turn it round, turn the facings, it's all one, and you just fold it back on the placket, button placket. But I didn't do the armhole facing or the hem facing, just because I'd made both of them out of a viscose, and I decided by the time I got to that point that I wouldn't be using my nice fabric to make the bonnet. I think the bonnet probably needs something with a little bit more substance to it. A little, yeah, a cotton. You know, if I'd have made it in the yellow gingham, that would have been fine. But yeah, I think the viscose that I'm going to be using is, yeah, just too floaty, especially with buttons. Although I don't need functioning buttons to get it on over my head. I did pin it shut and try it on, and yeah, don't need to be functioning buttons, which is always a bonus, isn't it? Just sew some buttons on, never mind the buttonholes. So yes, I am going to be making the culottes, the Tyra culottes, and the Ashton top in one of Andrea's fantastic summer carnival fabrics. So I got two fabrics from when she did the pre-order for the exclusive fabrics. I mean, just the colour, I mean, when we saw them online, the colours were amazing, but then when they came through, they are just so vibrant, just beautiful. There we go. And the last one, I'm sure everybody's seen these. There's quite a few people bought the fabrics. So yeah, it's a viscose, and I think, is it about 120 something grams a square metre? So yeah, it's a nice, it's floaty enough, but it's not a slippy, shiny viscose. And it has got, I don't know if you can see, has got a little bit, no, you probably can't see it, but it's got a little bit of stretch. Now there's no lycra in it, so this is what's called the mechanical stretch. This is how it's been woven into how the fabric has been woven. It's giving it a little bit of give. Not massive, but it will just help. Certainly with a more fitted top, it would help with the ease of movement. So yes, you may be able to see from the back there that I will be making the culottes and the Ashton out of this one. Now, can't remember what it's called. I'll link to it in the description box. So yes, I have started it. There we go. And yeah, I mean, it just feels really, I know people are saying that summer is nearly over, and I know that we're in August, middle of August, but you know, we could have another 8 weeks of really nice weather. So yeah, I mean, and I would wear that with a cardigan if it was a bit cooler. I'm not somebody who I haven't got the space to put, you know, separate my clothes out into seasons. I just wear everything, and if it's a short sleeve top, I will wear it in the winter, and I'll just wear it with a cardigan. So yeah, which does kind of mean that all of my clothes are out all of the time. I do really need to have a sort out, because there are some things that I've made and I know I won't wear. So I think 17 minutes in, I think that is it for today. I shall be back on Monday, hopefully, depending on when the box arrives and to upload. And then hopefully by the end of the week, I will have my little matchy set finished. I mean, the Tyra culottes come up really quickly, even for me. And then there'll be another exclusive fabric that I'm doing a collaboration with. So that might be the one after. I have to conflab with my collaborator and see how we go from there. So I'll leave it at there, otherwise I'm just going to waffle on and it's just going to be nonsense. So thank you very much for watching. If you could give me a like, that would be amazing, and thank you so much for subscribing. If you haven't, please do subscribe and press the bell, and then you'll get notification. As everybody knows how it works, don't they? Don't know how we say it all the time, but yeah, hit the bell and you'll be notified when I upload something. And in the meantime, have a lovely weekend wherever you are. Enjoy the weather if it's nice. Hope it's not too hot or too wet or too cold wherever you are. And I shall see you soon. Thank you very much. See you later.